How much was this business?
A little over 2 million.
And that was your first business that you were buying?
Yes.
And you bought it with 24,000 out of your pocket?
Yes.
This is Tendai Takaiza, whose passion for cleaning and organizing stuff took her from a corporate path to a journey of entrepreneurship.
My husband was like, you love to clean and organize. Why don't you start a cleaning business? We started the office and house cleaning business, and it really grew until we had to sell it to our employees.
Starting with a cleaning company and selling, that same passion led her to become a successful YouTuber and content creator, establishing herself as a formidable authority in the industry.
That's what that video did for us. The realestages.com, they reached out, got a lot of money.
With the proceeds from the cleaning business, Tendai and her husband purchased a company worth $2 million with just $24,000 as a down payment, leveraging the concept of using other people's money. Sit down and enjoy this conversation to hear how she's accomplishing all these things as a Black female immigrant entrepreneur in the United States of America.
Hello, Tendai, and thank you so much for coming to my podcast. I'm really grateful that you made time to be here today with me and speak with me. So I'll just start by asking you a simple question. Can you tell us about yourself? Tell us your story.
All right. Thank you so much, Gibson, for inviting me for your podcast. I really appreciate the time and coming here to share my story to your audience. My name is Tendai Takaiza, and I grew up in Zimbabwe, in Africa. And my background is a little bit different from what we are used to. Like growing up, my dad was very he really valued education, and so with the little that he had, he sent us to school, and I managed to go through my elementary education to high school, and then going to university. So my idea was the normal way of career path, like you go to school, you graduate, you get a job, and life goes on. You go on with your career.
Okay.
But that's what I had in mind. We make plans, but sometimes it doesn't go like that. So what then happened after I finished my bachelor's degree in human resources management? I did that in Zimbabwe. I got a job at Rainbow Hotel Group, and
Okay.
I worked there as a management. I was a manager in training.
Okay.
Human resource manager in training. So I worked there, and then everything was going well. And then there was an interruption, marriage came, and then I came to the US.
Okay.
And then when I came to the US in 2010, I then went to do my master's, and I did my MBA, and I majored in marketing and human resources. Everything was going on smoothly. And I thought after I graduate, I will look for another job and proceed with my career, right?
Okay.
Just like everyone else. So what then happened? I finished my my master's, and then I went into retail. I worked at dealers, and
Okay.
then after a year, that's when things started to shift, and I had to stop working after a year because my contract, because it was on a contract basis, that job. So I had to stop because the contract had ended. So
All
I
right.
did not renew the contract at that time. So that's when now my husband was like, you really are passionate about cleaning. You love to clean and organize. Why don't you start a cleaning business? You already had a stable job in corporate America. So for me, that was taboo because growing up, I was told and I was nurtured into you have to go to school, like I said,
Yeah.
any degree, and then go in corporate and work there until you retire. So
Okay.
that was what I wanted actually in life. I didn't even have any other vision but
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So what will happen? My husband now really did a good job convincing me that entrepreneurship rather is the way to go. So I was like, you know what? I don't have anything to lose. let me just try. If it doesn't work out, I'll just go back to corporate America.
Okay.
So after that, we started the business, and we got some few customers. We started the office and house cleaning business.
Okay.
So that was in 2016.
All right.
So we called it My Calling Cleaning Services. And we did so well with that business, and we had employees, and I was responsible for the daily operations of the business, training employees, and doing the marketing for that business. And it really grew until we had to sell it to our employees when we were moving to another state.
Okay, what state was that which you were staying at that point in time?
We were staying in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, okay, and then you moved. And where are you staying now?
Actually, it's a funny story because we went to Minnesota.
And you moved again?
Moved to Minnesota, yeah, the cold city where where I would say, in my own opinion, that's where the code is manufactured in the USA.
Okay.
Yeah, so we moved to Minnesota in 2022, and then we just stayed there for a year. And then we came back. It was for my husband had to move because of work. So we came back after a year. We came back to Missouri after a year.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so in your cleaning business, it was your passion to clean. Your husband recognized that you were passionate about cleaning. You like to organize things. That is what you were saying, right? So he identified actually a strength in you, that you were obsessed with cleaning. So is cleaning something that is your an obsession? Do you feel like you are always organizing things, the fridge, the house? Is it to that extent?
Well, I would say not really. Not really like out of this world, like really, like I cannot do anything except like just if I really have to be cleaning or organizing things every time. But it goes back to how I grew up when I was a child. I looked back and saw that this is why I'm still passionate about this, because it started when I was a child. So growing up, I would always, when I come back from school, I was that kid that would always be making sure that everything is in place. I didn't want to see things just all over the place in the house. I would always put order in our room. We grew up like 4 girls. So I would always put order in that room. We were just 4 girls in one room. So you can imagine. So I would always put order there. And also I was the one responsible cleaning a certain part of the house. So I would make sure that every area that I'm cleaning, I would do it with excellence. And I remember one of my little cousins, he was very little, like maybe 3 or 4 years old. The other time I came back home from college, and I cleaned the house that day, and he was like, wow, Tendai is home. This bathroom is very clean.
Okay, like we know it when she comes, she starts cleaning. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Something that you grew up with, and then you turned it into a business. In other words, you actually managed to monetize your passion, which is great. That is interesting. So you then sold your business to your workers, and then you moved to the other state, right? So how did the idea of your YouTube channel then come into place? Was it connected to this cleaning business?
Yes, that's a good question. Well, the YouTube channel came because, like, again, my husband, he saw the passion that I had and how well I was doing things, and then he was like, "Why don't you record videos and put them on YouTube? Since you know how to do these things, you can help other people as well to do the same." And then I pushed the idea away, and it took me a year for me to finally do the Clean Loft, which is my YouTube channel. And then another person, again, his friend, he told me the same thing one day when we went to their house. And he was like, why don't you shoot videos and post them online? You can monetize them. And that's when I was like, this is not the second person telling me this. And then there was other friend again. She told me the same thing. So,
how would those conversations come up? Like your husband stays with you, she's seeing how you do things. What about these friends that are external and they were also confirming the same thing? How did those conversations come up? Were you teaching them how to clean? Were you teaching them how to organize their homes?
It was because of how my cleaning business was growing and the excellency, because also like one thing that I did with my calling, because I was responsible for marketing the business as well. So I made sure that we acquired a lot of Google reviews, which is very key for anyone who has a local business to have to register on Google Local and ask your customers if when they are happy with the service to put up a review for you. And so that really helped. And all those things, like just seeing how our customers were happy with the service, that's what triggered my friends to now say, you are doing good with this. Why don't you venture into other things as well and monetize?
So the YouTube channel, the cleaning business, they all came out of your passion. Like the cleaning business came first, and then making sure that you're marketing and you're advertising your business. Then now you have a YouTube channel, which is actually still functional until today. That is great. So how do you manage your YouTube business? Do you shoot the videos yourself? Do you do the production, the editing of the videos by yourself?
Oh, that's very interesting, because one would always, in a perfect world, you're supposed to have a team, right?
Yes.
People who are helping you to do everything that you're supposed to do, and you just be the face of the channel, which is in a perfect world, and which I wish I had today. But the thing is, for now, I manage everything by myself. The only help that I get is when I have like brand deals. That's when my husband comes in and helps me with that. But everything else, from researching the content to writing the scripts, and also videography and photography and editing, which is interesting because editing, I didn't have any idea of editing. But thank God, one of my sisters, she came 2020 in January to the United States. And she had some idea of how to edit, and she taught me and gave me some she started some of the few videos on my channel. She's the one who did them, but then she got busy with school and she was no longer able to help. And and I was like, well, the channel cannot stop. I have to learn to do this on my own. And then I persuaded her, and I was like, please teach me how to do this. And she gave me the basics. And then after that, I was just learning from YouTube videos how to edit.
Okay, great. So which softwares do you use basically to edit?
I use Adobe Premiere.
Okay. So you're not a professional because you're using Adobe Premiere. You're a professional.
Yeah, it was difficult at first, but now it's like second nature. Yeah.
Great. So tell me something. I see your videos. I was watching your videos when I was introduced to your channel, and I was fascinated. Like, how can someone just have a YouTube channel about cleaning and tell people all the videos they are literally focused on cleaning? Like, I was surprised. Like, this is a niche that I never thought of that someone can actually venture in. So tell me something about that. How do you shoot those videos? I see you in supermarkets, showing products like, oh, look at this. This would do this, this would do this. Do you speak with owners of the shops or the management of the supermarket to say, hey, I want to shoot my YouTube video? How does that happen? Or you just get it up and start to shoot videos?
No, I don't. I think nowadays it's actually free marketing for them, right? So most of the shops that I go to, like the Dollar Tree or Target or Walmart, they don't really bother me. I just make sure that I'm not in the way of customers. So if someone wants to check it, if someone wants to check products where I'm shooting, I'll just move away from that aisle and go to the next and wait till the space is free so that I don't disturb customers. So like, I actually remember one of these days I was in Dollar Tree shooting videos there. And then I had a very good conversation with one of the employees. They're actually okay with that because I guess it's free marketing for them. Yeah.
Great. But do you inform them when you walk into the supermarket, for example, into Dollar Tree? What do you do? Take us step by step.
I just get in and just go to the aisle. Like normally, the first thing that I always want to do, I check out the cleaning products aisle, and then I go to the organization, and then I'll go to the home decor and any home products in the store. So I really don't inform anyone that, hey, the King of Tendai is here. No, I just go in and do my work. Yeah.
And start to shoot.
Yes.
I think that is one of the things that is surprising in how America operates, because I don't think you can do that easily in Africa. Like you can walk into a supermarket and you just start to open your camera and you shoot products. And they'll be like, okay, you are doing good. Yeah. Interesting. I just wanted to ask that question because somebody out there wants to get into shop, wants to shoot a video and create content, but he's wondering whether the organization will allow him or her to actually do that. So thank you for that information. I think a lot of people, after watching this video, they'll start to walk into supermarkets, shoot videos, and walk out.
Yeah, I think one thing that I do, you just have to also, you have to be presentable as well. They don't just go like wearing pajamas like you're going to Walmart in the night. No, just be presentable. When you go in the stores, make sure your hair is nice and tied, your clothes are tight. That way they'll see that, oh, this person is actually a professional. Somebody they know the influencers, they know the YouTube. I mean that people are creating content. So you just need to be presentable so that they will also not be on your case and start to suspect you. Like, this person, we don't know what he or she is doing. Okay. And also you have to be confident. You have to be confident as well.
Okay, yeah. Like it's my right to shoot my video here in your shop. That kind of confidence, right? Yeah.
Yes. Great. Don't be afraid of people, because sometimes people be looking at, what is she doing? What in the world, really, girl? But don't be afraid of people. Just do your business.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so let's talk about the YouTube channel itself, right? From the first video to the now first subscriber, now you have got more than 20,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel. How long did it take you to grow your YouTube channel? And what strategies did you use to grow it? Let's start by, first of all, I'm starting my YouTube channel today. How much time did it take you to get to 1,000 subscribers?
Well, for me, remember that this was not my idea at first. So I was not motivated.
Okay.
I wanted to go to corporate America. That even like when I had the cleaning business, I still wanted to go to corporate America. But because of my the community, people surrounding me that were really encouraging me to go for it, keep on going. So for the YouTube channel now, it took a year for it to be monetized to get to 1,000. It took a year, yeah.
Okay, which is not long. It's actually especially those days, it was actually, a very, very reasonable time to get to 1,000. Okay. And so after the first year, and then it got monetized. And then how was the journey like to get to 5,000 and then 10,000? Were you like, wow, my YouTube channel is growing? Were you actually invoking some strategies, learning and invoking and doing some hacks and things like that to grow to 10,000, for example?
What I then started to do was going to the cleaning groups on Facebook. Yeah, so I joined that. I had a professional cleaning group that I had joined when I started my calling cleaning services. So the lady there, she has a YouTube channel as well, but she is super generous. So she allows people to post their links there on the professional group. So I posted there. So one thing that I like to do, if you have watched my videos, I like to do like some tissue designs. I put some field designs on tissues. So these are very the housemaids or people with house cleaning businesses, and they like doing those for their customers. So I would post the pictures and then the links to that group. And then I did not even ask people to subscribe. But then people just seeing that, then they'll just come to the channel and then they'll subscribe. And then another group that I joined was just cleaning tips group. From the other one was from the UK, and others were from here. And then what would happen in those groups, people would ask questions. How do I clean shower doors? How do I remove rust from the sink? Something like that, just giving you an example. So I would then, because I have that knowledge, because of being in the cleaning business for a while, for some years, I would answer those questions. And guess what? When I answer the questions, I would put a link to the video, because most of the time I would have done the video for that question, addressing that question. Because another thing for the clean law, part of it is addressing common household problems that people face. So I would then answer with a link, and then they'll go to the link and then they will subscribe. So that's really helped to grow the channel. And from there, there was a video that really did well, which was about cleaning shower doors. Like my goal was, when I started the Clean Loft, was to show people how to clean, let's say, how to clean the kitchen, how to clean the bathroom, how to clean the bedroom, floors, and all those things. So, but when I posted that video, I focused on one problem. That's what I did. And I focused on solving that problem, which was how to clean hard water, how to remove hard water stains on shower doors, because that's a common problem that I have seen during my time with the cleaning business. So I addressed that problem and using the product that really works. And that helped, that video like really did well, like for a small channel to receive like over 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000 and so on views. So I doubled down on that. So I began now, which is what I would advise anyone with a YouTube channel. If you see a video that is growing, that is getting more views, it shows that people have interest in that video. So double down on that one, create more content on that. So here's the interesting thing that happened. After I saw that, I then started to say, okay, what else? Where else do these hard water stains like to rest in the house? So yeah, and then I saw, okay, faucets in the kitchen or the bathrooms. Then I did another video for that, and I did part 2 of that, part 3 of that, and all these videos. They kept on getting more views. And then the interesting part now. So I just went one day in my basement, and then I was like, there hard water here on this faucet. Let me just clean it up and show people how to remove hard water with vinegar, because I've done that at my customers' houses. So, and then it worked, and then I did that video, and then I posted it. And then that video, like, it didn't do well at all at first when I posted it. Which is a life lesson that you shouldn't be discouraged when you see something and it doesn't work out. So because you never know tomorrow what it's going to do for you. So this video now, fast forward, it just one day I woke up and I saw, wow, 8,000 views on this video on one day for a small channel. I was like, wow, we are up to something here. So it just kept on, every day it was now getting like 1,000 and thousands of views, until like within a short time, it was already at 1 million. And guess what that video did for us? Like that video now, it's sometime in February, the Reader's Digest, I don't know if you know the Reader's Digest.
I do.
Yes, I grew up reading it. So the readersdigest.com, they reached out to me. They wanted to know more on how to clean hard water on certain areas, different areas in the house, especially on the faucet. So it is through that video that opened doors for the Clean Love to be featured in one of the articles on Reader's Digest, which is a magazine, that an online magazine that is read by over 8 million and more subscribers there. So that was a very good opportunity that just came through that one video and brought a lot of money, just one video. So, so that shows the power of doubling down on something that is working. So that's another strategy that also helped. And that video brought over 10,000 subscribers through just one video.
Great, great. So this video, when you say, okay, so it brought a lot of money indirectly because it brought a lot of subscribers. Secondly, it opened a partnership to be featured in readersdigest.com, which is a lot of exposure for you.
Yes.
Did it also open other partnerships, like people really wanting to partner with you because they've seen that video, or did it position you as an expert, in the world of cleaning to other people?
It did brought some companies. One, it was through AdSense that now companies, they want advertisers, they want to advertise on that video, and it keeps on bringing money because of that. And also, two, I had some brands reaching out that sells faucets. They reached out wanting us to advertise for them. And also, it also opened a door for me to be recognized as an expert. Like I said, if you are niched down, and also if you you double down on one topic, and like YouTube would start, the algorithm will start recognizing your keyword.
Yeah.
You own that keyword.
Yes.
So whenever you post something along those lines, it's going to push it to the audience that likes that video because it's a popular topic. So that also helps to be recognized as an expert in a certain area, like in that arena of hard water, cleaning hard water stains. So also, like, I've begun to do like products, showing different products also like that removes those hard water stains. And also, like, one of my my goal will be to reach out to those companies that sells products that remove hard water so that they can advertise on my channel.
Great, great. So teach people something about a small channel, a channel that is now 20,000. You've gone through the journey. When somebody comes to you and say, I want to be advertising on your channel, or I want you to advertise for me or a partner, how does the conversation look like, and what is the range of figures should you expect? Let's say you have 10,000 subscribers. Maybe it will depend, and it's different from every area to every area, right? But in general, what people watching this video and they are wondering, now I've got 2,000 subscribers and a partner is coming and say, hey, can you advertise to me? Or now I've got 10,000 subscribers and there's a partnership that is happening. How should they look to say, maybe this is reasonable if they say they'll give me this much? How do they go through that? Or yeah, you can answer it to the best of your knowledge.
Okay, so this one is still tricky, even at close to 30,000 subscribers. So, but what I would say is what it goes down is not about the number of subscribers. Yes, it is. It will bring the brands. It will. They want to know how many. Subscribers that you. But it's more of views. It's more of views. Like how. Like I've just learned this from interacting with brands. That's what they're looking at. Like they're looking at your last 10 videos, recent videos. How did you perform? So for me, like the process now is two ways. So it's either me reaching out to the brands and pitching and telling them, oh, hey, my name is Tendai with the Clean Up. Then this is what I do, and this is how I can help you. Something like that, because you want to show them that you're going to give them value, right?
Yes.
So then you just like when I reached out to another brand, I told them that, I actually have a video coming up that will best showcase your product.
Okay.
So yes, so you want to add value to them. So the thing is, so that's when you reach out to them, right? And then when they reach out to you, one thing that I've noticed, I don't know if you have come across that, like running your YouTube channel, like some brands, they will reach out, they just want to get free advertisements on your channel, which is very unfortunate. But so this is what I normally deal with that. I will give them my rates. I'll say, okay, normally we don't do videos for free. Okay. This is what I charge. It depends with what they want, because there are different services, right? It could be like a product mention. You just mentioning their product. Could be just a placing their product where the audience can see it, but you don't say anything about the product. It could be a full video review of their product, right? So those ones will cost more. So I'll give an example. I another brand that reached out. They had like a robot vacuum, and then I was still below 20,000, and then they wanted me to review that a robot vacuum to clean that cleans the floors, and I charged them. I think that was between $2,000 and $3,000 for that.
Okay.
But they negotiated it down because you always want to start higher, right? And you have a minimum that you charge. If you say, okay, my minimum is $500 or $1,000, I cannot go below that. So then we ended up just going to 1,800.
Okay.
That was the compromise there. So that's just an example. But if you grow, it could be even more now, because you are now attracting more a wide pool of audience, and also you have now more views on your channel, and that really helps to charge more on your channel. I've heard some other content creators saying they charge even $10,000 for brands, even more than that.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you for giving us some numbers on that. That's very interesting. Okay, now you have a YouTube channel, it's gaining traction, you're still running it, but you are also into real estate now. Can you take us through the journey of real estate? How did it start? What was why real estate, and how is the business doing right?
Well, for real estate, like, it goes back to my calling cleaning services, which is what I encourage people, like, don't despise the days of humble beginnings. When you're starting something and it seems like it's something small, or it seems like it's something that is that people be like, this now it's not. I don't know the words to really say it. Like, it's something that is not popular.
Or something that is kind of despised in the community. Hey, how can you start a cleaning business? It's not, in the contemporary world.
So it came out of my calling, which is something like the cleaning business, which is something that people, like I was saying, that don't despise the days of humble beginnings, because some of these things, they're actually a stepping stone towards something greater. So it goes back, like I said, to my calling cleaning business. So we managed to save up some money through that business, and also some of our savings. And we saved something like 24,000. Us to start the real estate business. The real estate business was born from my calling cleaning services. So when we saved the money, the 24,000, my husband, he's the brainchild for the real estate business. So he started to send some mail to business owners, property business owners around our area. And he didn't get any traction, anything, but he kept on doing that, sending those direct mail, handwritten notes, just a short note, like asking, are you selling your property on this address? If you are interested in selling, get hold of me on this number. Something like that.
I have received a lot of those, handwritten postcards. Hey, my name is Jeffrey. If you want to sell your property, just call this number. No hassles, what. Okay, so that's what he was doing. You can go on.
Yes, so that's what he was doing. So then finally, there was a guy, he was ready to sell his business. So he called him, and then that's when the journey started. And he called him. And before that, though, we had tried getting into real estate, like the residential rental real estate. But we didn't like the experience that we got after looking at different properties, and now we saw people like how the properties were being damaged. The return was little. So we decided, no, this type of real estate is not for us, and it's also too demanding. So we went into self-storage. So like this direct mail that my husband was sending out were for self-storage businesses. So this seller now, we called my husband, and he was like, he's interested in selling for a good price. So that's when the journey started. And my husband, because remember, we only had 24,000, and this was like
Yes.
over $1 million
Yes.
business.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sorry, just to take you, they want people to fully understand your journey. So when you were sending out these postcards, you were now niching down to just people who have businesses in the self-storage?
Yes.
And were you looking for landlords, or you're looking for just buy a business, or how was it looking like when you are buying a self-storage business? Just lecture us. Is it buying the building when you say I'm buying a self-storage business?
Yes, it's buying the whole facility, the
The whole
building.
facility. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so you can go ahead. So this seller was willing to sell, and you had 24,000. Okay.
Yes, and we had the 24,000, and then so what we did, we asked the seller for if he's willing to do seller financing.
Great.
So, and he said yes, you can do seller financing, and he gave us a loan of seller financing for about $300,000
Okay.
for seller financing, and then we put that on top of the 24,000, and then we approached a bank, and my husband had called like over 50 banks.
Yeah.
Looking for a loan, and to no avail. No one was willing, because we're still rookies. No one was willing to lend like such kind of money to people who does not even have even one property.
Yes.
So finally, the bank agreed to loan us the money. So they loaned us the money, and we were able to close on that property.
So walk us through the deal here, right? I want people to really understand this thing called seller financing, because a lot of people don't. But I want people to learn also from your experience. When you were speaking with the owner and you say, hey, can you do seller financing? And the owner says, yes, I can do that. I can advance you 300,000. What does that look like? Does that mean that the seller will write you a check for 300,000 to add your 24,000, or is just a guaranteed note that you have to show to the bank? How does that look like? Can you take us through that process?
There was no check. It was just a guarantee note. There was no check, because the money is his money, right? So what happened was now, because the bank had also agreed that they were going to loan us some money to buy this business, and together with our 24,000, we put that together, and then the seller was paid. So the 300,000, we paid it in 3 years' time.
Oh, great. How much was this business in terms of numbers?
In terms of numbers, it was
like the price.
The price, it was over like a little over 2 million.
A little over 2, and that was your first business that you were buying?
Yes.
And you bought it with 24,000?
Yes, with 24,000.
Down out of your pocket. Great. So what were the multiples of the business like? This is a business with real estate inside, so there's a real estate component, and then there were also cash flows, which were actually coming out of the business, right? So in terms of multiples, do you know, like, maybe the business was making this much and there was a multiple of this much to get to about $2 million?
Well, what I can only share with you is how much the business, like, because after going through the analysis, whether it's a good deal or not, we found that, okay, this business is making, according to the financials, it's bringing decent income. So we saw that it was bringing like a bit over $10,000 a month after all the expenses. So for us, that was a good deal, and the reason why we then pursued this business, because of the income that was coming in.
After all the deals, after paying back the loans, it still gives you $10,000, which means I just give you 24,000 and I'll be getting more than $100,000 a year in cash. Yeah, so great. So you were focused on the cash flows after all expenses within the deal. Great. And now the seller financing, you did it in 3 years and it's done now. So which is great.
Yeah.
This is very, very much interesting. So what else can you tell us about this real estate business? What else are you doing now, and how big is now the self-storage business?
So after this first property, we managed to acquire another one, which is still in the self-storage industry. Like, so we now have a boat and RV storage, more parking. So that's what we have added, and we're still continuing to pursue other real estate ventures. And now we are planning on trying like long term, like getting into Airbnb. Long term, like more than 30 days stay.
Okay.
So with travel nurses and other professionals. So that's the next chapter that we're now getting into. And also one thing that I would say about real estate, especially with storage, my husband always say it's for lazy people. Because they
More
don't
like
do
passive.
much.
Yeah.
It's for people who are lazy in a good way.
Yes.
Because the lazy that is bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so with the storage business, it has allowed us to be flexible because we have a property management company that manages that storage for us. So, so this has allowed us, like, remember I said earlier that we had to move to another state because of my husband's work. So we moved to, were able to do that because someone is on the ground managing that business for us. And the only thing that we have to do is just to manage the property management company, which is like 5 hours a month that we just put into that business to do that.
Great. And when you bought the first business, the property management company, was it already in place and you just inherited it?
No, we had to look for our own.
Okay, you have to look for your own.
Yes.
And this property management company now, is it managing all the other properties that you have brought in, the businesses in the
Yes, correct. Yes, it's better to deal with one company. It's much easier that way.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That is very, very much interesting. So on this real estate business, okay, like now you are doing this and you've got a lot of cash flow and you're now getting into Airbnb as a business also. My question to you would border around, like, what is your vision going forward? Are you saying if we accumulate this much properties, then we stop, or you're just saying, hey, let's just do it organically and see where it goes?
Yes. So for now, we are looking into like growing the portfolio more. We're still looking for self-storage. Like I said, it's an easy business. And as we grow, like as our revenue, more revenue comes in, and we invest in other properties, like I said, like the Airbnbs, and also like our main focus for now is to have more properties here in the United States, because that's where we are. And then after the United States, we've exhausted everything that we have done a lot here. We're also looking into investing back home in Zimbabwe, like buying properties there. Like the school that I went to in Zimbabwe, there were like different suburbs around it, or they call them locations.
Okay.
But different area suburbs. So so it's a college town. So there are properties there. I was actually checking this other day if there are any properties on sale, and there are actually properties on sale. So we're planning on buying such type of properties to rent out to students in Zimbabwe. And also another thing is to also like buy real estate like in the major cities, say in Harare, and just have different properties there, like residential, like in the different areas of Harare.
Your husband is also Zimbabwean?
Yes, he is Zimbabwean as well.
Okay, great. Okay, so I think that the question that I was supposed to ask is, after the first property that you bought with 24,000, which is little money compared to a deal of 2 million. What happened on the next acquisition? Was it the same thing again? Very small amount down, then seller financing, and then the bank chipping in? Was it the same structure? How was it looking like?
No, for this one it was different because this one was more less the money compared to the millions. So for this one, we found another bank, a local bank in our area that lended us the money, that loaned us the money for that deal. And we also, from our, like the money that we were getting from this other business, we managed to save some down payment for that as well, for that property.
But comparing the price and the down payment, what was the percentage of the down payment?
The down payment was like 20%.
20%. Okay, still not much. Still not much. Okay, but maybe it's standard in the real estate industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very, very much interesting and very informative to see how your journey has evolved. And you started with cleaning, the passion of cleaning when you were a child, and then finally turning that passion into a business, and then that business opening other opportunities. And now you're actually into real estate, and you're doing a lot of things. Tell us about the other business that you're doing, that you said you are starting, and it's actually on a very early stage.
We have started in non-emergency in-home healthcare business. So we have already gone through the process of registering the business and creating the website. And now we just in the process of marketing the business for us to get the customers. So that's where we are with that business. Yes.
Is there anything else that you really want to say that you might say, hey, Gibson, I wanted to speak about this subject that I did not ask you today?
I'm also passionate about education because it has helped me. Yes, I did not have, I didn't go much into corporate America, but it has helped me to be able to run our businesses because of education.
Yeah.
So, and I see it as a way of lifting people from poverty. It's a stepping stone.
Yes.
So one thing that I like, my husband and I, we like to do, we are passionate about, is supporting disadvantaged children. We support children through our business. We support the children that are not able to pay school fees.
Great. That's interesting, and I love the work that you are doing. Yeah. So thank you so much for taking your time to the podcast to share your story with us. Very interesting story, and I really love to hear from people like you who are doing great things in business and also supporting our communities in education and in alleviating in poverty. So very soon you'll be running your YouTube channel, the non-emergence home business, the real estate business, with various portfolios. You said this one is for lazy people, right?
Yes, this one we have people managing it for us.
Yeah, the self-storage business. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much. I really loved talking to you.